Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, today we have to start from Prospero's speech. The last turn we came to know that Ferdinand was the first one to jump into the sea. And what did he say while he was plunging into the sea? He said that hell is empty and all the devils are here. That all the devils from the hell, they have been let loose. They are free now, and all the devils, they have come into this ship. They are present in this ship at this moment. So we'll proceed further. Prospero. Why? That's my spirit. So Prospero was very happy when Ariel told him how he has performed the task which was assigned to him to the minutest detail. Means he has taken care of each and every word which was instructed to him by Prospero. He has performed the task to perfection. So Prospero was very happy at it. So why? That's why. So now, well done. Now this is like my good spirit. This is like my trustworthy spirit. But was not this nigh shore? So then Prospero further inquired that I hope you did this near the shore. Nigh means near, right? So I hope that this shipwreck, this whole thing, this whole business of shipwreck was done near the shore. Ariel, close by, my master. Ariel said, yes. Yes, sir, my master, I did this whole thing near the shore. Why? Why was it done near the shore? So that when these people who were on board the ship, that is the passengers and all these human beings who were on the ship, they once they jump into the sea, they are easily able to reach the shore. They are easily able to reach the land. That is why this whole thing was done near the shore. Nobody dies, right? To ensure the safety of each and every passenger, this whole thing was supposed to be done near the shore. Prospero. But are the Ariel safe? So Prospero then again inquired that Ariel, are they all safe? I hope each and every one, each and every human being is safe. Each and every passenger of the ship is safe. Ariel, not a hair perished on their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. So Ariel said that not even a single hair perished. Means not even a hair was damaged, not even a hair was destroyed. What does it mean? That not even the slightest injury has been caused to any one of them. Means everyone is safe. Right? Nobody suffered any injury in the ship on their sustaining garments. Sustaining garments means the garments which they were wearing, their life supporting garments, not a blemish, means not even a single blemish is there, right? Not even a single stain is there on their garment, but fresher than before. Rather, what happened? That their garments, they now seem to be fresher than what they were earlier. Right? Their garments are now fresher than before, means fresher from before. Right? And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed. And badest me, instructed. So as per your instructions, according to your instructions, as was instructed to me by you, I have divided them into troops. Into troops means I have divided all these men, all these passengers, all these people who were on board the ship into several groups. Now they are all of them are not together. All of them have been divided into small groups. Troops here means groups. I have dispersed them. So now they are scattered in small groups. Scattered them, dispersed them about the isle. Isle means island, right? So they are all over the island now, divided into smaller groups. The king's son have I landed by himself. And king's son is alone. Means king's son is the person who is without any company. That is, Ferdinand is all by himself. There is nobody else with Ferdinand. And the rest of them are in groups. So king's son, that is Ferdinand, is the only one who is alone. I landed by himself. I landed by himself means I landed all alone. So he is all alone. Whom I left cooling off the air with sighs. Cooling off the air with sighs means he is sighing. He is letting out deep sighs because he is in grief. And why is he in grief? Because he thinks that the rest of his companions are dead, including his father. So he is sitting in one corner and he is sighing. Sighing means grieving, right? Sigh, to take a deep, long breath, right? Normally when you are in sorrow or when you are very tired. So he is sighing, expressing his grief in sighs. In an odd angle of the aisle. In an odd angle means out of the way. In one corner of the aisle, in one corner of the island, he is sitting and his arms in this sad knot. So his arms are not means folded. His arms are folded and he is sitting there in a very sorrowful mood, in a very sad mood and sighing. Sighing means grieving the death of his father and his companions and the rest of his companions, all by him. Prospero, of the king's ship, the mariners say, how thou hast disposed and of the rest. So now Prospero wanted to know, okay, fine, the passengers are here on the island. Now what happened to the king's ship? What did Ariel do to the ship? That is what Prospero wants to know. So Prospero asks, and what about the king's ship? What did you do to the ship? And the mariners. Mariners means, and what about the sailors? Right? Who were taking care of the ship, or the officers of the ship. What happened to them? Thou hast disposed them means how have you dealt with them? What have you done to them? I want to know what did you do with the king's ship and what did you do with the sailors and all the rest of the fleet. And what about the rest of the passengers? These were the king and the courtiers, but then what have you done to the rest of the passengers and the sailors and what happened to the king's ship? Ariel, safely in harbor. So Ariel said that the ship is safely in the harbor, is the king's ship. So the king's ship is safely in the harbor, in the deep nook. Deep nook means corner. In the deep corner where once thou calledest me up at midnight to fetch thee. And the ship is in one corner, in the same corner where you remember one night you called me to fetch dew. Dew means dewdrops from the still vexed Bermudes. Bermudes means from the still vexed Bermuda Islands, right? Bermuda is a group of islands, right? So you call me still vexed means storm vexed, right? Which has been inflicted by storm. So you remember the place where you once asked me to fetch the dews from the Bermuda Island, which was under the influence of a storm at that time. Do you remember? So at the same place I have hid the ship. The ship is placed secretly, hidden from everyone's eye, means nobody will come to know, and the ship is there lying safely at the place where you once asked me to go to Bermuda and fetch the dewdrops from there. There she hid. So I have hidden the ship there. The mariners all under hatches. And what have I done to the sailors? The sailors are under the hatches. Hatches are the planks of the deck. Right? Deck is the part of a ship and hatches are the planks of the deck. So they are hidden. All the passengers, they have been fastened there. All the passengers are there, locked and fastened, and in the lower part of that deck, hatches stowed, who with the charm joined to their suffered labor. Suffered labor means they all are tired, and charm means spell. So both these things have worked together. That is my magic, my charm and spell, and The second thing is that they were very fatigued and they were very tired. And so what happened to them? They fell asleep. I have left asleep. And for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed. So what have I done to these people, these rest of the passengers and the sailors? They have been left asleep under the deck by me. And why were they able to fall asleep so quickly? Because they were under my magic spell, under my charm, and their fatigue, because they had worked really hard to save the ship. Right? They have tried their best to save the ship, so they must be very tired. So both these things worked in combination, worked together to make them fall asleep. What were the two things? My magic and their fatigue. Right? Both these things worked together, and so they fell asleep. I have left asleep. So there they are lying fast asleep. And for the rest of the fleet, and the rest of the fleet means the other ships. See, kings and princes and all these noblemen, they don't travel alone. There is a huge fleet of ships which accompanies them. So then Ariel tells Prospero about what happened to the rest of the ships in the fleet, right? And as it is, they had gone to get their daughter married. I mean, Alonso had gone to get his daughter Claribel married to King of Tunis. They were returning from the marriage ceremony of King Alonso's daughter. So obviously there will be many ships. So that is what Ariel is talking about for the rest of the fleet. Rest of the fleet means for the rest of the ships in the fleet. What has Ariel done to them? Which I dispersed. Which I dispersed, they all have met again. So at the time of the shipwreck, when this shipwreck happened to this particular ship, that is the king's ship, at that time, what did Ariel do? He scattered, he separated all the other ships so that nobody is able to come to the rescue of the king. Nobody is able to help help the king and his company who are in this ship, right? So that is why he separated this ship from the rest of the ships. All the ships, they were separated from one another. And when this shipwreck happened, then all the ships, they met again. So they united. All the rest of the ships in the fleets, they came together after the shipwreck and are upon the Mediterranean floor. And now where are they? Now they are moving ahead in the Mediterranean Sea, bound sadly home for Naples. And now the rest of the ships, they are going sadly. Why sadly? Because they saw the shipwreck and they believed that the king and the other people who were along with the king, they are dead. So that is why they are bound sadly home for Naples, means that they are going home to Naples. Where is their home? Their home is Naples. So now they are going back. The rest of the ships, they are again united and they are going back to Naples, and in a very sad and sorrowful mood. Supposing that they saw the king's shipwrecked and his great person perish. Why? Because they are of the opinion, they believe that they have seen with their own eyes the shipwreck and they have seen the king perish. Means the king died with their own eyes. Right? So that is why all of them are very sad and gloomy and in a very miserable condition, and they are going back home. The rest of the ships, they are on their way to the Mediterranean Sea, going back to Naples. So we'll move ahead. Prospero, Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. So Prospero is very happy because Ariel has obeyed all the instructions which were given by Prospero, and Ariel has performed his job really well, has performed his task really well. So Prospero is very happy. And so he says, thy charge means your job exactly is performed, means you have carried out very well. You have carried out all the instructions which were given to you in a wonderful manner. But there's more work. What is the time of the day? So Prospero says, it's really good. I'm very happy with your performance, but this is not the end. I have some more tasks for you. I have some more job which you need to perform. Ariel. Then Prospero asks, what is the time of the day? Means what is the time now? Past the mid session. Past the mid session means past the midday. Means past noon. Prospero, at least 2 glasses. At least 2 glasses. 1 glass means hourglass. When the sand, the entire sand moves from one section to the other section, it is 1 hour, right? So at least 2 glasses means at least 2 hours have passed noon, midday. That means it is approximately 2 o'clock. At least 2 glasses means it's approximately 2 o'clock. That is 2 p.m. Right? The time twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously. So Prospero says, yes, I think it's past 2 glasses. That is, it is approximately 2 o'clock after noon. That is after midday. And this time, the time twixt means between. The time between 6 and now means from this time till 6 o'clock must by us both be spent most preciously. So this time is very important. From now till 6 o'clock, the time is really very important for both of us, and we need to spend it very carefully. Preciously means this needs to be spent very as if something very valuable. Why? Because this time is very important for us. We need to perform some important tasks, some important jobs need to be done and fulfilled during this time. So this is very important for us. Ariel. Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed. So Ariel says, is there more toil? Oh, there is some more work for me to do. Toil means task. Is there some more task? You want me to do something more for you? So Ariel is like not very happy now. Why? Since thou dost give me pains. Pains means difficult tasks. You give me such important tasks, such difficult tasks to perform. Let me remember thee. Let me remember here means remind you. This is very important. Remember, the other meaning of remember is recollect. But here, if you will write recollect, it will be wrong. Let me remember thee means let me remind you, right? So here the meaning will be remind only. You cannot write recollect. Okay. So Ariel says, since thou dost give me pains because you are busy giving me difficult tasks to perform, you are busy assigning me such difficult tasks. So let me remember thee. Let me remind you, there is something which I want to remind you what thou hast promised, which you have promised means, and which is not yet performed. And you promised me something and you have not fulfilled. Not yet performed means which is not fulfilled. There was some promise which was made by you. So I am just reminding you about that promise which you have forgotten and you have not fulfilled yet. Now, what was the promise? Now, Prospero was again very annoyed. How can he talk like this? How can Ariel talk like this? Prospero says, how now, Moody? What is thou canst? How now, Moody means what is how now means what is the matter? What do you want? What is it? So, what do you want? Moody. Moody means you ill-humored, you impatient, you spirit who is so impatient about your freedom. What do you want? Tell me. What is it thou canst demand? So, what is it which you actually want? What are you demanding from me at this point of time? When I am telling you that this time is very important, you are standing here and telling me about your demands, talking about the promises which I didn't fulfill. So tell me very clearly. Come on, I want to know. Ariel, my liberty. So Ariel says that I want my freedom. I want my liberty. I want to be free, because freedom is something which was promised by you earlier and which you have not yet given me. Prospero, before the time be out, no more. So Prospero is annoyed, Prospero is angry, and he says, before the time be out, before your entire task is done, before you perform all the tasks which I assign you, no more. I'm not going to listen anything about your freedom. You're not supposed to talk to me about your freedom. No more means don't say it again. Don't talk about it again. Before the time be out means before you have performed all the tasks which I assign you, before you have performed all the tasks which I instruct you to perform. Before that time, you're not supposed to talk about freedom. Ariel, I pray thee. Remember, I have done the worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistakes, served without or grudge or grumbling. Thou didst promise to bathe me a full year. So this was the promise which was made by Prospero. So Ariel says, I pray thee, I request you, sir, remember I have done the worthy service. You remember, you try and recollect that I have always done a valuable service to you. I have always performed all the difficult tasks which were given by you. Means I have never shirked from my job, from the commands and from the instructions which were given by you. Told thee no lies. Told thee no lies means I have never cheated you. I have always been very honest in the performance of my job. I have always performed my tasks very honestly. Made thee no mistake. And perfectly also means without any error, without any mistake. Was flawless. All the jobs which were given assigned to me by you were done in a flawless manner without any mistake. They were performed to perfection. Served without or grudge or grumble. And I have never complained against any of the jobs given to me. I have never complained, never grumbled about anything. It didn't matter how difficult the task was, how unwilling I was to do that task, but I didn't complain. I always very willingly did all your jobs. Very willingly, I obeyed all your instructions without grudge, without grumbling, without making any mistake, without making any error, and without cheating you, without telling you any lies. Thou didst promise to make me a full year. And because of all these things, you promised that you will reduce 1 full year of my service. Means you will, like, my freedom will be granted to me a year before it is actually due. Means you have decided to reduce one, bait means to reduce. Bait means to reduce. Me, full year. Means 1 full year of my service will be reduced by you. This is a reward which you promised me that you will give me, right? Because I was always honest in doing my job. My tasks were performed in a flawless manner because I never grumbled, because I was always obedient to you. I never complained about my job. So you promised that you will reduce my service by 1 full year. This is clear? This is important. You need to remember what all things Prospero did. How did what all does Ariel say about the performance of his job? Okay. So Prospero says, "Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?" So now Prospero is annoyed, and Prospero reminds Ariel, have you forgotten? Dost thou forget means have you forgotten what a torture, what a torturous life you were leading earlier before I freed you, before I gave you freedom. Your life was hell. You were undergoing a lot of suffering and pain before I came to this island, and I actually freed you from your pain and suffering and your agony. Ariel. No. So Ariel says, no, I have not forgotten anything. I remembered everything very clearly. No here means, no, I have not forgotten. Prospero. Thou dost, and thinkest it much to treat the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do me business in the veins of the earth when it is baked with frost. Yes, it seems that you have forgotten, right? No, you are telling a lie. I don't agree with you. You have actually forgotten how I freed you from your torturous life. Thou dost. Thou dost means you have forgotten. No, you have forgotten. And thinkest it much to be. And that is why, therefore, you are standing here. You seem to have forgotten. Therefore, only you are standing here in front of my eyes and telling me that how difficult task it is for you to treat the ooze. Treat the ooze means that slime, that soft mud which is under the sea, right? That walking on that soft mud is something very difficult for you. This is what you are trying to tell me, that all the tasks which I have given you are difficult ones. This is not a difficult task for you, walking on slime and walking on this soft mud. That is not difficult for you. Of the deep, of the salt deep. Of the salt deep means the slime which is at the bottom of the sea, right? You want to tell me that this was a difficult task which I gave you, to run upon the sharp winds of the north. And then you are telling me that flying in the sharp winds of the north. Flying with the sharp winds of the north is something. Sharp here means very cold, bitterly cold, right? In those cold, chilling winds of the north, if I asked you to fly there, that was something very difficult for you. To do me business in the veins of the earth. To do me business in the veins of the earth means for my job, for my task, for the performance of my task, you had to go to the extreme places of the earth when it is baked with frost. Means when these regions they are covered with frost, where the temperatures are, where the conditions are very extreme, right? Those regions of the earth which are covered with frost. I asked you to go to those regions and do some job for me. Was it something difficult for you? If you are saying that these things were difficult for you, if you are telling me that walking on slime, that is treading on ooze, and flying in the cold, bitterly cold wind, and going to the extreme regions of the earth, if these things were difficult for you, then you definitely have forgotten the torture which you were going earlier. Ariel, I do not, sir. So Ariel says, no, I have not forgotten anything, sir. I remember everything very clearly. Prospero, thou liest, malignant thing. So Prospero says, no, you are telling a lie. You evil-minded thing, you evil-minded creature, you are not telling the truth. You are lying. If you are telling me that you remember everything very clearly, then you are lying. This cannot be true. Hast thou forgot the foul witch Cyclops? Have you forgotten that foul means wicked? That wicked witch Sycorax, who with age and envy. The foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a fool. So you seem to have forgotten that foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy means that that witch who, because of being aged, the witch was very old and envy, and because of jealousy was grown into a hoop. Grown into a hoop means that her back was bent. Hoop means double bent. Double bent means yeah, you must have seen very old people, right? What happens to their back? It is bent. So that is how Sycorax looked. That who the Sycorax is the name of the witch. Who that wicked witch whose deeds were very wicked and evil. So who was bent